Hello, today we'll be seeing about the topic called as a file operations. So far we have seen many different videos on different topics. So now we will be coming to the important topic called as a file operations. And basically, what is a file? File is nothing but it's a collection of rows and columns, or we can say it as a records or records and fields, right? In the same way, what are the operations we can do with a file, and how do we open a file, how do we read a file, how do we write, or how do we delete a record from a file, and how do we close the file. So these are the different kind of operations that we can do with the files, and we are going to see all those things. So open is in a command that will try to open a file. So the first thing here you can see is a file as a keyword, and next one is a, sorry, it's not a keyword, it's a file name you can give it, and the next input.txt is the file name or a path where the exact file resides. Once you open the file, so you need to capture the data and you need to print it, or you want it to write it into another file. So how do we do that? We have two things. So you can then read the file with when you specify a scalar variable, it captures only first record. When you specify an array, it captures the entire records are stored in a file. Then we finally close the files. Let's go ahead and see the practical example of how do we open a file and how do we read a file. Okay, let me open this file. Okay, here you can see a Perl program to open a file. I'm trying to open a file name as arith.pl with open mode, and below will capture only the first line. Okay, and let me copy the path of this, and this is my program, and I will go to command prompt and I'll type it as a Perl. Then you'll be giving it as you'll be giving the space here, and then what is the file name? File open.pl. Okay, see, it has opened, it has printed only the first line, that is declare all the variables, whereas this arith.pl has many input lines, many lines inside the file. So since we have declared only a scalar variable, the scalar variable print only a one line. So if you want to print the entire lines of that particular record, the particular file, so we have another program called as file open one. Let me open this. So here you can see the same path I have mentioned, and I have declared a variable name called as an array. So array name we will be giving here, and the file name, then print array, entire array here. Okay, so now I will be opening a file. Open, before this let me clear the screen, and file open one.pl. Okay, see, you can see the entire records have been printed here, so that it might be having many lines. So here we can do one more thing here. Since it is stored in an array, what I want to do is I wanted to print only the specific line. When you want to print a specific line, suppose I want to print the fifth record, then save it and try to here I will be commenting it out, and let's see what happens. See, it's printed only the first fifth record. So even though you have closed the files, since the data is stored temporarily in an array and you're trying to print it at the fifth record, so it gets printed. In the same way, if you want to print the first record or first record, then if you print it, so see, you can print it, and 10th record, so we can print it. So 10th record with a space or something else, so you can see, right? So in this way we can open a file, read the data, print it, close the file, and either you can read the data with a scalar variable or it an array variable. Okay, and we will be seeing in the next videos, I'll be showing you what is a read operation, write operation, and how do we use, what are the different ways we can use it, read and copy a file from one file to another file. There are a set of various operations that we can do when working with the files. And also I wanted to mention you one more point here. We can write a other statement, file doesn't exist. Okay, So with this statement, what happens is, so if you don't find any file, suppose I'm typing it as ARIT, see, it says file doesn't exist. So is user defined error message you can specify. It is better to do this, right? Why? Because sometimes we may try to read the file so which is not existing, then someone might have deleted the specific file, and if you are going to process all these logics, so it go into an error status. So for example, if I am not using this line, okay, so what happens here? So it says nothing, right? If you give it as a warning, so you can see the error messages and everything. See, reading line, enclosed file, handle file, and everything, use of initialized value in print. So this is the message you can see here. So that's why be careful while you working with the files. Make sure like you do all error validations and then write a program. Okay, thank you so much for watching this video. Have a great and pleasureful day or evening.